Welcome to your weekly news briefing from dot.LA, where we bring you everything you need to know from the week in LA tech, media, and startup news. I'm Kelly O'Grady, dot.LA's chief host and correspondent. Our mission here at dot.LA is to shine a light on the innovation in this vibrant community by covering the most critical developments and stories. So, let's jump in. It's no surprise that COVID-19 continues to impact everything from how startups are raising funding to how we're working, but the LA tech community has shown real heart in what is becoming known as #StartupsVSCOVID. So many companies have performed a pandemic pivot in service of providing relief in regards to testing and resources. In one such example, startup curative and aerospace accelerator Gotham's have signed an agreement with the Air Force to deploy its FDA-authorized oral fluid test to military personnel around the world. Curative will rapidly establish a lab, operational this week, which will process up to 50,000 tests per day. Curative has really become an unsung hero when they pivoted their focus, originally meant to detect sepsis, to the pandemic. LAtech.org is also taking a page out of the pivot playbook. The coalition originally sought to bridge the growing divide between wealth and want in Los Angeles by strengthening its local labor pool and helping employees feel connected to their community. Instead, it's now launching with a fundraising program to raise $450,000 for two local nonprofits, Homeboy Industries and iFoster, to address food security and the digital divide. And now for some admittedly tougher news. Iconic Musso Franks Grill, a restaurant renowned for its star-studded patrons, hearty comfort food, and those killer martinis, first opened its door 100 years ago during the Spanish flu. It survived Prohibition, it survived the Great Depression, World War II, but the COVID-19 challenges are proving hefty. In March, it was first to close its doors temporarily for the first time ever. And now Musso Franks is being closely watched by the Los Angeles small business community as an indicator of what could happen to their own insurance claims after the restaurant filed a federal lawsuit against its insurer, alleging breach of contract and bad faith for not covering losses. Unlike many restaurants, Musso Franks has actually kept their entire staff on payroll without any salary cuts. They say their staff is like their family. For more on the story from Tammy Abdullah, check out our website. To finish off our COVID update with some positive news, Leora Simazar and Renika Kedruwal have put together a crowdsourced list of open tech and startup jobs in Los Angeles, with estimates as high as 1.3 million workers in LA County alone having lost their jobs since mid-March. Bootstrap efforts like this list, connecting local workers with local companies, are truly heartening to see. For more on this from Rachel Urenga, check out our website. LA is home to Hollywood after all, so what happened in media this week? The glitz and glam of the silver screen has been put on hold with a new report from Film LA revealing that filming days in LA are down 18% versus this quarter last year. That number will only plummet next quarter due to a county-wide moratorium on filming that started March 20th. So guys, pilot season is in trouble. But the news isn't all bad. NBC-owned Fandango grew its streaming arm significantly this week with the acquisition of Vudu, a video on-demand service previously owned by Walmart. Now, with no movie ticket revenue coming in, it's definitely a strategic move as everyone's at home feeding for content and streaming usage has soared. Netflix's earnings announcement on Tuesday told of subscriber growth obliterating expectations as they've dominated a captive quarantine audience looking for content. I mean, really, who among us has not binged Tiger King? But the streaming behemoth acknowledged that it's likely that it's riding an unsustainable wave once social distancing is over and restrictions are lifted. Now, when it comes to pipeline content, Netflix is doing better than most. They've already filmed their 2020 slate and they're well into 2021. So don't worry, that means you will not hit show home anytime soon, folks. For more from Sam Blake on media, check out our website. All right, well, undoubtedly, a big question on everyone's minds is, are firms still investing? One early-stage VC launched a new initiative this week, helping LA entrepreneurs who have suddenly found themselves out of work. Wonder Ventures has committed to fund at least 3 LA founders at checks starting at $100,000. The new Wonder from Home program is aimed at those newly laid off from tech companies who have an idea they want to pursue. We've seen some of the best ideas born out of a time of crisis, and Wonder hopes that those they fund can one day blossom into the next iconic LA brands when COVID is just a distant memory. In other investing news, a decade-long run-up in startup valuations that has come to a screeching halt due to COVID may provide a silver lining for company founders. In a virtual strategy session we ran this week with Carter Groom of M13 and Kara Nortman of Upfront Ventures, the idea that people can now build great businesses without having to change a crazy growth rate may provide some liberation for founders. For more on investing, be sure to watch the strategy session and check out more from Ben Bergman. In the tech space, Snap also had a really favorable first quarter, seeing its stock surge 17% in after-hours trading following its earnings call. Launching several new products in response to COVID, Snap has seen a huge spike in usage, not surprisingly in group-related features like chat and games. However, with the pandemic providing significant challenges for many of its advertising partners, Snap has seen a decline in revenue growth rate, so we're going to keep a close eye on this one. Another area that's doing particularly well is drone technology, with companies popping up all over SoCal. DroneBase, which calls Santa Monica home, provides customers hassle-free aerial video, photos, mapping, and data, and pairs drone licensed pilots up with jobs all around the world. The largest provider of commercial drone services, they've seen a 30% growth from February to March, with April on track to outpace it. As their CEO and vet, Dan Burton, says, the drone isn't coughing on anyone, and pilots are often working by themselves in more isolated situations. So drones are actually in a position to keep America running and help with inspections of critical infrastructure while workforces are on lockdown. So next time you step outside, look up. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? It might just be a drone. For more on these stories from Tammy Abdullah, check out our website. And finally, popular fast fashion retailer Fashion Nova will have to pay $9.3 million to settle FTC claims that it told customers to expect your items quick, yet repeatedly failed to ship orders on time and then illegally denied them cash refunds. The fashion giant, which counts Kylie Jenner and Cardi B as partners, has undercut brick-and-mortar retailers like Forever 21 and was the most Googled brand in 2018. In a complaint filed on Monday, the federal agency said the retailer would regularly take orders from customers for items that were out of stock and send them different pieces that were the wrong size, damaged, or used. Often when the company failed to deliver an item, the FTC alleges that Fashion Nova illegally refused a cash refund and offered a gift card instead. Check out more from Rachel Uranga on this story. All right, friends, that wraps up our weekly news briefing. For more detail on these stories, other news this week, and to learn more about the virtual events we're hosting, visit us on our website, sign up for our newsletter, and make sure you follow us on social media with notifications turned on so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kelly O'Grady for dot.LA.